Hi, today I'll explain what the label element is for and how to use it. Let's start by creating a new widget. Select Label from the preset list. There are two options to choose from, one with a black background and one with a white border. Pick either one since you can customize their appearance to your liking using the settings we covered in previous lessons. Be sure to check them out. Simply put, a label is just plain text, unlike buttons which we assign active actions to. For example, if your widget has many buttons with different functions, this element will help you label groups with a single purpose. Or you can use it simply as a note that will always be on the screen. Let's create a panel. I talked about these in the previous video. And let's immediately add 3 square buttons to it. Now we can move our label into this same panel. And this way, we can label our buttons that have similar functions. Let's change the font size. And let's turn off the border. Let's add another label to our widget. Although its main purpose is simply to display text on the screen, you can assign useful actions to it. First, let's quickly change the text and its size. Select the Action tool. Next, choose Long Tap. Then select Context menu. As a result, when you long tap this label, a context menu will appear with the options you configure here. Let's select the first item. Open the list of plugins. We'll see all the plugins that can be linked to the context menu. We covered some of them in previous videos, and we'll explore the rest in the next ones. Select the Quick Access and Shortcuts section. Next, URL Opener and URL. Now let's enter an address. For me, this will be the Keyboard Extension page with answers to frequently asked questions. Now let's change the name of the first item. It will appear in the context menu. Collapse the first item. Open the second one. Select the same plugin. And enter the address of the second link, which will lead to the Keyboard Extension support page. Change the item's name. Done. You can add additional items by tapping the Add New Item button. Deselect the label by tapping on an empty space. And let's change the widget's name. Before saving, let's pin it to the navigation bar. You can save now. Let's test our links. Tap and hold the label. A context menu pops up. Select the first item. Our link opens immediately in the browser. Select the second item. That works perfectly. Check out my other tutorials as well. In them, I cover the rest of the useful features of Keyboard Extension.